Hey my dear 101 ears. So in this video I will be covering our syllabus and our Canvas page. So put on your scuba gear and let's dive right in. But before we go on our scuba trip, let's start with a joke, a punny joke, which are my favorite ones. So check this out. What do you call an owl that does magic tricks? Give up? The answer is Houdini. I like the picture. How cute. Alright, so let's start with our Canvas page. Just because, here, let me actually show you what it looks like from the dashboard. So this is us, a relaxing beachfront. So everything will be on Canvas, including our syllabus, which I'm going to start with. And here's the syllabus, where it says syllabus. So download it and follow along. So let's go ahead and download this. Let's minimize Canvas and we'll return to that page afterward. But check this out. Here we have my favorite animal of all time, a panda, greeting us. So welcome to English 101E. This first page is really just logistical information. And here's my email. And if you ever want to set up a Zoom meeting, please just let me know. I'm always open, and in fact, I encourage Zoom meetings. It's really important that you reach out, not just to me, but to all your instructors. All right, the second page is what I like to call the meat and potatoes of it all, as that is the intro that I wrote for us. So check it out. Welcome to English 101E. I'm so happy to have you join our very own learning community of readers and writers. At its core, the thematic premise that undergirds our course is an attention to the human experience. As this is a composition class, the curriculum is scaffolded to link the action of writing as a social enterprise that constitutes an integral part of what we do as people. Moreover, we'll explore varied aspects that contribute to the human experience. This will include things such as culture, language, politics, and relevantly, our relationship with science and technology. We'll consider how the work of writing, and more broadly speaking, composition, impel these things forward. Our adventure awaits us. So first off, here where it says text, we have, officially we do have a text. It's this Cohen 50 essays one. Let me show you it. 50 essays. However, you don't have to buy it. So rejoice, pocketbooks. The reason you don't have to buy it is because I'm actually going to provide everything through Canvas. However, we actually have an extra credit opportunity, which will be an essay that is grounded upon a particular book. So if you want to do this essay, then please get your hands on this book. Let me get to it. Did you guys ever do this? Where you're pretending to go down an elevator? Here, just like this. You just kind of disappear off. I always used to do that. Anyway, we're talking about the extra credit opportunity. If you want to do the extra credit opportunity, this is the book that I want you to please get, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. So yeah, so to recap, no, you don't have to get the book because everything will be offered through Canvas. However, if you do want to do the extra credit opportunity, then get your hands on The Power of Habit. So, materials. This doesn't apply to us as much, a composition book. However, if you have a place to take notes, then that will suffice. Some highlighters, online access, obviously, and access to your Canvas account, as everything is handled through Canvas. So our online space. Have you ever heard of the word netiquette? Netiquette is simply net etiquette. It's just remembering. There's a central phrase I want you to remember. It's remember the human. And when I say that, it's just that I want to point out that it's so easy to forget that you're speaking to a real life person as opposed to just a disembodied avatar, which is often the perception that we come across while we are working in an online space. Now, I want you to remember the human. This is an actual person that you're speaking with. And this is so much from student to student as from student to instructor, student to me. Now, when you speak to one another, it's absolutely perfectly normal to at times disagree with certain perspectives as you are in the discussion board. However, I will not allow for you to attack the person directly. I will not allow any racial slurs or hate speech. It's my prerogative as an instructor. This is our safe space. So please bear that in mind and remember the human. These are real life people that you're speaking to. And that same applies to when you write me an email or send me a message. And at the very least, run a spell check. Not just when you're writing to me, but also to your teachers in general. Now, next thing is ratings. This is a writing composition class, right? So it should go without saying, let me actually erase this. It should go without saying that we'll have rating, right? That goes with our class, reading and writing. So in order to help keep you on your toes, we will be having sporadic writing quizzes here and there. This will just really be based on reading comprehension. It'll be one of those things where if you did the reading, then you'll know the answers, right? So the weekly work breakdown, this is how our class will work. It's asynchronous, and what we're going to be doing is that every week, particularly for the most part, Sundays, I will be publishing one module at a time, and each module will be correspondent to the particular week of our term. So because this is week 1, then you'll be responsible for module 1, right? And for the most part, things will be due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. That's because that's the end of our module. That's when we're about to start a new week, and 11:59 p.m. is the time that I chose generally because that's when the day officially ends, right at midnight, so right before the day ends. So unless stated otherwise, most things will do by Sunday by 11:59 p.m. And with each module, just like you're going to see with this one, I will be including corresponding videos to supplement your work with your modules, okay? Now, it's important that you submit all your work and your modules in on time, as unfortunately I will not be able to accept an entire module late. However, you do have one late homework pass and one late essay pass. For the late homework pass, that could be anything from a worksheet to an outline, to a brainstorm, to a write-up, which is like current event, so on and so forth. Some things that you cannot use the late homework pass on would be a peer review discussion board, because that's something that happens in real time, and once that ends, then the Canvas system will not accept your rough draft. See, it's one of those things where you have to submit a rough draft in on time to actually get a rough draft. And don't worry about all that. I'll explain how our workshops will work. Just know that you can't use the late homework pass on submitting your rough draft late. The other one that you can't use it for are for discussion boards, and that's due to the fact that discussion boards happen in real time. So because they have these set parameters, once the conversation expires, then it has essentially ended. So there's no way for you to reciprocate with any replies, right, as that conversation has ended. So that's mainly it. Just remember that those are the the limitations to the late homework pass is that you can't use it for rough drafts and you can't use it for discussion boards. With that being said, you will have up to 1 day after the deadline. So let's say today there was a current event due, and you'll know what all this is later on, but let's just say there was a current event assignment due today, and I wanted to use a late homework pass. Then you just have to email me, say, hey, Mr. Godoy, I've had a really particularly busy day at work, and I'd like to use my late homework pass for my current event. And you just let me know, and you would just submit it by tomorrow, right? So you'd have 1 day after the deadline. By 9:59 p.m., email me as an attachment. In terms of the late essay pass, that can only be used for the first essay, because our last essay, we're going to be doing two. The last essay is due on our final meeting, and by that point, our summer session's completely over. And I would dub thee the king or queen of procrastinators if you even tried to do that. So this can only be used for the first paper, and that's absolutely if you need it. And that allows you to turn in your final draft for your first essay up to 2 days late. And again, you just email me and let me know. Okay, current event. Yeah, we already went over this stuff. Okay, so another thing with discussion boards is that for the most part, generally, they will ask you to also reply to at least one classmate's post and at least 2 meaty sentences. That's because it's a discussion board, and it's disingenuous to call it as such if we don't have opportunities to actually have that reciprocal conversation, yeah? So current event assignments, these are the details of it. I'll actually go over what the task is in greater detail once our first current event comes up. So be on the lookout for that. If you want a preview, then you can have a look at what those will be about here. Okay, so I already said we're going to have 2 major writing essays. The extra credit opportunity, step 1, read the book. Step 2, you're going to write at least 3 pages. It's going to be an essay that will be about, well, first of all, it'll be due on our final meeting day, which will be July 30th. When I say final meeting day, I mean final deadline period, because technically we're not meeting through Zoom or anything like that unless you want to set up a conference with me. Then just let me know. I'm always open to that. But in any case, if you want to do the extra credit opportunity, which will be 60 extra points, extra credit points, that will be by due July 30th, which will be when our class is over by 9:59 p.m. So essentially all you're going to be doing, let me find it, there we go. All you're going to be doing is talking about what you learned from this book that as it pertains to habits and habit formation. And also you're going to select either a positive habit that you wish to adopt or a negative habit that you wish to get rid of. And you'll write about, excuse me, and you'll write about how you will use what you learned from this book to achieve that aim. Okay, turn it in. Okay, this is just to let you know that whenever you do submit your papers through our Canvas, I'm just letting you know that I have put in an automatic filter to go through turn it in, so it detects any plagiarism, any work that has not been cited or anything like that, or passed on as your own. That's one of the important things of our class is citation practices, which we will be learning about. So just letting you know, just a heads up, turn it in if you don't know is a filter that detects for any, it's called a similarity report, and it detects any work from all these databases. So in other words, just do your own work, you'll be fine. And when you do cite, make sure to actually do it correctly and give credit where credit is due, which is something that we're going to really cover in this class. Citation practices is super important for our 101E class. All right. Guess what? We have a chat room. and that is in Canvas, and I'll show you where that is in a moment as we go over our Canvas tour. Now, if you have a question, perhaps something is unclear, then try the chat room before trying me. The chat room is really your best. It's a good spot to connect with others instantly. So others are actually a really good resource before reaching out to me and our embedded tutor, which, by the way, we have one. So try the chat room, and I'll show you where that is. Participation, do the work, log in, be engaged. Say that applies with attendance too. It's an online class, so just make sure that you do the work and you're consistent. Tech support. Oh, this is online. Again, it's an online class, so tech support will be our friend. From what I understand, all of these staff at Citrus, they're returning back to campus, so you can contact them directly. Here's their info. Assignment submission. So please, the only formats I will accept are .doc, .docx, and .pdf. If you are using Google Docs, then please make sure to convert it into one of these before submitting it. We talked about late work already. Revisions. Okay, so writing is a process. Writing is ongoing. That's one of the things that is really big for our class. So with that being said, you have the opportunity to revise your essay. So, excuse me. This is only valid for, I'm losing my voice because the fan was hitting me. Sorry. This is only valid for the first essay, not the last one, because that is due on the last deadline, right? Okay, so let's say, for example, you get your paper back, you get it graded, and it's a B, and you want to go for that A. And a revision is not just dotting I's and crossing T's. A revision is really revamping areas that are weak. It's far more than just proofreading, right? And so if you're ready to revise, then you just shoot me an email and let me know that you're going to revise it. And you'll have up to 4 days after your paper has been graded. You just email me that and you get a better score. Shoot for a better score. Okay. We already talked about plagiarism. We have to turn it in. Plagiarism is not worth it. It never is. It'll lead you to get a 0, potentially failing the class. It's not worth it. Just do your own work. Writing Center. Okay, here's the location of our Writing Center. In our Canvas page, I actually have a section all about them. And because we're doing this online, they're actually able to schedule Zoom meetings with writing instructors. And actually, surprise, surprise, we have our own embedded tutor. Her name is Priscilla Carrillo, and these are her tutoring hours. And I will show you where her flyer is and how you can access her Zoom page during the hours and her tutoring hours. And remember, you can always reach out to her as well, as she's on our boat. She's here to help. Student counseling. This is a tough time for us all. If you need to speak to someone, here's that info. DSPS, if you need any accommodations, then please make those ASAP and send me the documents, the corresponding documents, please. Grade breakdown. This is just some points if you're interested in how that's going to work. The main thing that you have to remember really is just make sure that you do the module for each given week. I will only publish one module at a time so as to not oversaturate and confuse you all. So basically just remember that always the most recently published module will always be the one that you are responsible for that particular week. And for the most part, things will be due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. unless stated otherwise. Look at this dog. What do you guys want to call him? He's saying, hey, we got over the logistics. Bravo. Before we move on to Canvas, I just want to show you how our calendar is going to work. Do note that always the syllabus that is uploaded to Canvas will always be the most recent one, okay? Now, So yeah, so always in our weeks, which actually I'm going to go over the calendar as part of our videos usually during our modules. So we have a little to-do, we have a thematic unit name. This week we have intro/grammar. And yeah, just a to-do list. If we're assigning anything or if we have a reminder that anything is due during that particular week, then you'll see that at the top. And that is my organizational that is my organizational structure that I follow for a calendar. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Look at our dog is happy. He's saying, "Yay, we made it to the end." I think he looks like a Max. What do you guys think? Tell me in the chat. Yep, this is the stuff that will be due on July 30th, which will be the end of our class. Okay, so that's it for our syllabus. If you have questions about the syllabus, please let me know. Just always remember that first days can oftentimes feel a little overwhelming just because I throw your way all the syllabus, but with time everything will make more and more sense as we progress. Now let's go over our Canvas page really quickly. All right, let's go to our home, check out what we have here. So at the top, we have my welcome letter to you, which you should have received in your announcements. And this, aside from this really cool chill hop art, it's my welcome letter to you. We have the course basics, just logistical information that you need to know, including info about TSPS, and here's what I was looking for, including the link of our class. Our class is 6 weeks long. It's going to go by really quickly. You'll see it always does. Intersessions always go by quickly. Hang in there. We're in this together, and Priscilla and I are here to help. So yeah, so the welcome letter is just logistical information of our class, essentially what I've gone over through this video. The next one is my communication plan, which is how you can communicate with me and how I can reciprocate by replying to you. So here's my email, my work email. You can also message me through Canvas inbox. Usually, because I have Spark, Spark, if you guys don't know, is an email application that lets you connect all your inboxes in one place. So I'm always looking at that anyway. So I'll respond within 24 hours or less. Yeah, and the way I can communicate through you is through your Citrus address. Make sure that you are continually checking that. I actually really recommend Spark. Go ahead and get this application. You can put your school email in there, and I have it on my phone too. That's always super helpful. I contact you through sometimes through Canvas inbox, but mainly through email. You'll work and interact with one another through discussion boards that will be part of our modules, peer review workshops, and our chat room. Another thing too, I'm always available for Zoom meetings. Please let me know if you ever want to schedule one. All right, so that is that one. This is where our syllabus is. That's neat that, it's not a paper copy that if you lose it, it's no big deal. It's always uploaded here. So this next section is information on our writing center, which is really important. Since this is a writing class, the writing center is a really invaluable resource. So here's the link for their homepage. Next one we have is, we're still in the same section for the writing center. Here's the flyer for summer, including their hours. Yep, there's the flyer. Okay, next one, guys, this is what's particularly cool about the E section. The fact that we're 101E is that we have our very own embedded tutor. First one is her intro video, and you can check that out. But the next one is her flyer with her tutoring hours. So if I was you, I'd print this out and put it on your wall, or jot down this info in your phone or your wall calendar. For me, honestly, wall calendars help me a ton. That's my mission control, where I write everything down, and I'm able to really visualize the deadlines that are coming up. It helps me a ton. So these are Priscilla's hours: Mondays 2 to 4, Wednesdays 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. And believe it or not, this is actually a link here where it says click here to access tutoring via Zoom. So when you set up a tutoring session, or if you just want to join in, this is what you'll click, and this is Priscilla's Zoom page. All right, that is that. Actually, yeah, and I wanted to let you know how to actually contact her. I will include her email. Okay, guys, I will update that, because that's something I'm realizing now. So yeah, actually, I'm curious if I included it here. No, okay. So that's what I'll do. I'm gonna include her email underneath her intro video. All right, so that is Priscilla. That's our embedded tutor. By the way, thanks beforehand, Priscilla. It's always super helpful to have you on board. Okay, this one is a really important article for helping us conceptualize just what the work of academic writing is. It's a good primer. So I'll always have this here, and it created its own section because it's that helpful. Next one is team building activity. So it's a tough time for us all, but this is a place to really share cool things that you've been discovering, whether that's a music video or a cool video on YouTube that you just ended up seeing, or a awesome funny picture that you just came across. Everything within reason, nothing crass, no nudity, nothing like that. But however, let's say I'll show you. I want to show you, like, let's say I wanted to share, like me. Okay, I like the Clippers, and let's say I wanted to post, I don't know, like let's start with a Clippers highlight video, which, by the way, we moved forward in the Western Conference, so we beat the Jazz. That's awesome. Okay, but let's say you want to include this video. So you just go to share, you go to embed, you want to get the code, right? You copy the embed code. Once you have the embed code, then you just go to reply, and you go to insert, and you can go to here to embed. Just put in the embed code. There's the video. I'll be the first one to post this. Next thing, let's say you want to post an image. Let's try, my favorite breed of cat, which is British Shorthair. So let's say you want to post a picture of your pet. Hey, absolutely, post a picture of your pet. That's really cool to share. Let's say you want to share this guy. Oh, this is cute. Okay, we want to share this guy here. So you can just, looks a little blurry though, doesn't it? Let's get one that looks more clear. Then this one looks nice. Okay, drag this cat out, and once you do that, then you can just, again, it's all about just hitting reply, and that's where you can post what it is that you want to post. So once you're in there, you can go to insert image, upload image, and you just upload the image, and you, as long as you know where the document is, right? You open, you submit, and bingo, there's our cat. And this is what I'm going to put here. Give me a name. Oh, did you guys know you could do this cat emoticon thing just with with your keyboard? Okay, so give me a name. All right. So yeah, so this is really just a place. First of all, it's not for points. It's just anytime you come across anything cool, video you want to share, or a cool picture, or anything like that. So that's how you do it. That's how you upload a picture, or that's how you upload a video. All right. Or a cool meme or anything. Okay, next one is our actual modules. So remember I told you that Every Sunday I will be publishing the respective module for that given week. Remember, I'll just be publishing one at a time. So here's our respective module. This is our first week, our first of 6 weeks. And here's the stuff that you're responsible for. So always do check out the videos beforehand, as they will guide you through the module. As you'll see, the first thing that we have is our icebreaker, where you'll introduce yourself in at least a hearty paragraph. And you'll also reply to at least one classmate's post and at least 2 meaty sentences if you want to get full credit. So, yeah, you could tell us, what's your name, if you have a major, something you'd like to share about yourself. Just like I told you. Oh, fine, I'll tell you. My favorite basketball team's the Clippers. Favorite baseball team's the Dodgers. If there's anything else you want to share, then this would be a place to do so. So your name, your major, if you have one, something interesting about me is blank. Is there anything else you'd like to share? If you want to include videos and you want to include images, then I taught you how to do that. There is one thing that I haven't taught you yet, and that is if you want to, for example, introduce yourself via a video, or you want to integrate some audio, you just go to this one. Do you see how this looks like the little play icon? So you click here, record, upload media. You go to record, and yeah, you just start recording. You say, hey class, my name is such and such, my major is blah blah blah. I really like my major. I've had this major for a while now, and I'm looking forward to continue studying it. Something I'd like to share about myself is this, that, and the third, and whatever. And then just stop recording, and that's it. If you don't want to do any video, you go to here, this webcam option. You turn off the video, and you can just do audio. So that's if you want to integrate media. I think media is a really cool thing, but that's how you do it. There's this little icon. Yep, I mean, you could even do it here, insert media. In any case, the little icons work the same. Like this upload image is the same as insert image. Actually going to the Dropbox, it's all the same function. Okay, so that's the first thing that we have for this one, for this module. One last thing that I'm going to ask you to do. So we were talking about etiquette, right? We were talking about the importance of remembering the human, remembering the fact that it's not just a disembodied avatar, but it's an actual person that you're interacting and responding to. So what better way to remember the human than to actually have an actual picture of yourself on your profile? So I'm asking you to please upload your profile picture as part of your icebreaker. This is how you do it. So you go here where it says account. If you haven't uploaded a picture, then you'll probably just have a grayed out circle. In our case, blue. So you click it there. You go to profile. You click the actual picture and you just upload it. So please upload a picture of yourself, as that is a part of our icebreaker. And it's all part of remembering the human, that etiquette that we were speaking of, right? All right. Syllabus, quiz, contract. Okay. So after watching this video, and it should be clear in your mind, this is really untimed. You have unlimited tries. It's just, they're like frequently asked questions that I get about our syllabus. If you watch this class, then if you watch this video and you went over our syllabus, then you'll be good. So take it immediately. Okay, and as you can see, this is, as usual, we're following our trend. This is due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Next one, we have a grammar lesson. Here's the documents for that. Check out the other video included in our list of videos here for that. And this is the corresponding activity that goes with it. Check out the grammar video again. I'll explain it there. This one is stuff on MLA format and thesis and conclusion paragraphs, intro paragraphs, all that jazz. Check out the other video, okay? Here's the worksheet for the thesis assignment. And again, this is due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. You can always tell when it says here, due until, it says available from blank till here. This is the deadline. So Sunday in this case. Here's the conclusion paragraph. Discussion board. So check that out. Again, I explained this in the I'll explain this in the conclusion video. Okay, and that is it for this week. So that's what we have in our first module. Remember, you won't get overwhelmed because I'm publishing one at a time for each corresponding week. So just make sure to do the most recently published module at all times. Okay, announcements is where you can see your announcements, module people. This is our roster, right? In case you want to see it. And I can already see some of you have uploaded your pictures. Very, very good. For those of you who have not, please do so. Chat, here's our chat room. I shall be the first one to type in something. Howdy. Let's say, howdy, how's it going? And you can even put a little face here, little emoticon. I like this a lot. Let's put my favorite animal, the panda. All right. So, grades. You can always check your grades. I always do my best to upload them as soon as possible. So always be checking your grades. And I believe that is it. Last thing I wanted to show you. Oh, second to last thing. This is the inbox. If you want to see like sending messages, select course. This is us. Summer. And then you go here. Let's say you want to choose somebody. And you can do it through there. And then including our embedded tutor, right? Next one, I think this is super helpful. If you go to help, look at this, guys. There is Canvas support through here. So you can chat with support team. Here's a phone number. Remember, text, that's our best friend. With that being said, that is it for our Canvas page. If you do have questions about our Canvas page, then please let me know. And yeah, with that being said, welcome to the class, and thanks for checking out this little crash course on our syllabus and Canvas page. See you online.